But in the state of perfection, where is there room for everyone to be a great egoist? Because it's not clear. In the state of perfection, everyone uses their ego in order to complete the other. And this is why no one disturbs the other with their egos. Because if I corrected my ego in order to bestow upon you, and you corrected your nature in order to bestow upon me, and this is how each and every one is working for each other, it turns out that no one disturbs the other. We only worry for the same system of cogwheels, so that it all works in the same way, in the right way. It's like organs in a body. Do they disturb each other? No, everyone helps the other, and this is how they work in harmony. So I don't separate from my ego. No, you don't become separated from it. On the contrary, your desires are not egoistic anymore, because they are in favor of the general system, in favor of the others. But your desires grow even further. Where was that sketch of mine? Oh, the first sketch we used. You see it? When we start rising through that system, through the correction of bestowal, here we start recognizing the worlds. The worlds of tum'ah, impurity, and correspondingly on the right, the worlds of kedusha, sanctity. Here is the great ego that now you don't even have at all. You will have it though. And it is compared to the great force of bestowal that you will receive from the right side. By these two forces, when you start why do we say that there is a war with the Greeks until you reach the state of Hanukkah? Here is the war. Here is the struggle. Before that, there's no war. There are no struggles. Before that, it's preparation, concealment. It's like what we're feeling right now when you're a little interested. It's not it yet. These wars are here. So, these wars that unfold here, the bad forces within man, the true spiritual ego, and correspondingly you receive forces from here by which you correct yourself. So the whole infinite Kli is still awaiting you. And all those wars are in order to correct that soul I have. All those wars are in order to constantly receive bad desires and correct them in order to make good desires. This is why it says, one who's greater than his friend, his evil inclination is greater than him. The more you rise, the greater desires unfold within you. These desires are called the soul. Here are the vessels of the soul. Meaning, I actually research my soul. You don't research it, you build it. So it doesn't exist. No, it doesn't exist within you right now. What exists within you now is only a point in the heart. You know, it's like a semen, a drop of semen. That's it. No more than that. In a way that if you don't develop it, for instance, you go back to this world just as if you did nothing. The soul is called what we develop here in this world by bad forces and good forces that connect within us. And like the wisdom of Kabbalah explains to us, we tie them together and thereby build the image of the Creator. What do you build by these two forces? You constantly build the image of the Creator. And this is why the Creator is called Boreh, Creator. In Hebrew, Boreh, Bo'ureh, come and see. Because by combining these forces, the great will to receive with the will to bestow together, You're as if forming him. So I summon some forces of evil, or forces of purity, as you call them. Forces of impurity are egoistic forces. They're called Pharaoh or Bilam or Balak. These are forces that exist in nature, that exist within you, but they are concealed, they are latent. What you have is like a drop of semen. In a drop of semen, everything exists besides the matter itself. So my soul summons them. Your soul, the moment you enter, let's say you start the correction of the soul. You've reached it. What do you need to equip yourself with in order to begin building your soul? You need the study, the guide, teacher, and the books. In short, an environment. If you read the article, The Freedom, Baal Islam explains to you there what a person needs. If you have arranged that environment, what is that environment? It's like what we learn about the correction of the soul, of love thy neighbor as thyself. You need an environment. If you created the right environment surrounding you that is fit for correction, then you start revealing through the environment, from your soul, you discover these bad forces. Why evil forces? Why bad forces? Because within that point, how do we call that point? Reshimo. Okay. She learns with us in the morning lessons. Reshimo. Within that Reshimo, you have all the data to come from here, from zero, from the beginning of the path, to the end of correction, Gmar Tikkun. All the data. You have everything in order to be a great grown man, 2 meters and 200 kilos, for instance. So in a drop of semen, what do you lack? You lack the substance, the matter, to, as if, inflate, develop all the core data that exists there. That matter is received from the environment, meaning the good forces that you receive are from the environment. The bad forces unfold from within, from the Reshimo. Oh, and this is how I correct myself. Yes, this is how you correct yourself. So if you didn't prepare the right environment, you cannot reveal the new evil forces to be corrected from your Reshimo. So the evil forces are revealed only by a positive environment? Yes, only by a positive environment if you prepared yourself. Otherwise, they won't surface. Because that Reshimo comes from the breakage of the vessels. Slowly, you'll hear more and more concepts. Gradually, you'll complete the picture. So this is how it is. I am in this world where I only have this beastly body. Within me there is a spiritual gene, which is called the root of the soul, or the point in the heart. In that spiritual gene, like in a drop of semen, I have all the data that I only need to develop. I need to take that drop of semen and put it into the soil like a seed. And then the soil gives it everything it needs in order to develop. That soil, towards my point in the heart, is the environment. If I prepare the environment, to that extent the seed develops. All the informative data is actualized. And then this data creates development. Where do I get this informative data? It's called Reshimo, that gene